The mystery of the giant stone heads. What if I told you that in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers away from any major civilization, there exists an island filled with giant stone heads that have puzzled the world for centuries? Who built them? How were they moved across the island without modern technology? And what secrets do they still hide today? This is the incredible mystery of Easter Island. Deep in the southeastern Pacific Ocean lies Easter Island, one of the most isolated inhabited islands on Earth. Known to its native people as Rapa Nui, this remote volcanic island sits alone in the vast ocean, surrounded by thousands of kilometers of water in every direction. Yet despite its isolation, it became home to one of humanity's most remarkable achievements. The island is famous for its giant stone statues, known as the Moai. Nearly 1,000 of these enormous figures are scattered across the landscape. Some stand proudly on ceremonial platforms overlooking the sea, while others remain partially buried in the earth. Their massive faces stare silently across the island, creating a scene unlike anywhere else on Earth. The story of Easter Island began more than 1,000 years ago, when Polynesian explorers undertook one of the greatest voyages in human history. Travelling in wooden canoes across the vast Pacific Ocean, they navigated using only the stars, ocean currents, and traditional knowledge passed down through generations. Eventually, these skilled sailors discovered the remote island and established a thriving civilization. Over time, the people of Rapa Nui developed a unique culture and society. They built villages, cultivated crops, and created traditions that would shape the island for centuries. But among all their accomplishments, none was more extraordinary than the construction of the Moai statues. Most researchers believe the Moai represented important ancestors, tribal leaders, or chiefs. The islanders believed these powerful figures continued to watch over and protect their descendants even after death. Creating a Moai was therefore both a spiritual and cultural achievement. Each statue symbolized the strength and prestige of a particular family or community. The statues were carved from volcanic rock at a quarry called Rano Raraku. Even today, visitors can see hundreds of unfinished Moai still resting there, frozen in time, as if the workers had suddenly disappeared. Using simple stone tools, craftsmen carefully shaped the rock into massive human figures. Some statues reached heights of more than 10 meters and weighed over 80 tons, making them among the largest stone monuments ever created by an ancient civilization. However, carving the statues was only half the challenge. The greatest mystery was how they were transported across the island. Many Moai had to be moved several kilometers from the quarry to their final locations. Without wheels, cranes, trucks, or modern machinery, this task seems almost impossible. For centuries, historians and archaeologists debated how the ancient islanders accomplished this feat. Some believed the statues were dragged on wooden sleds. Others suggested they were rolled across logs. More recently, researchers proposed a fascinating theory that the statues were actually walked upright using ropes. By pulling from different directions, teams of workers could rock the statues from side to side while slowly moving them forward. Experiments have shown that this method may indeed have been possible. As generations passed, more and more statues were built. But this success came with consequences. The island's population grew, and increasing amounts of wood were needed for construction, transportation, and daily life. Gradually, the forests that once covered Easter Island began to disappear. Without trees, the environment changed dramatically. Soil erosion increased, farming became more difficult, and food supplies became less reliable. Many researchers believe these environmental problems created tensions within society. Resources became scarce, and competition between groups intensified. Eventually, the construction of new Moai largely came to an end. Some statues were abandoned before completion, while others were later knocked down from their platforms. The exact reasons remain uncertain, but many historians believe social conflict played an important role. In 1722, Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen became the first European known to reach the island. Because he arrived on Easter Sunday, he named it Easter Island. His reports introduced the mysterious island and its giant stone statues to the outside world. News of the Moai quickly spread across Europe, capturing the imagination of explorers and scholars alike. Unfortunately, contact with the outside world brought many hardships. Disease, slave raids, and foreign influence greatly reduced the island's population. Much of the traditional knowledge surrounding the Moai and their construction was lost forever. As a result, many questions about the statues remain unanswered even today. Modern archaeological discoveries continue to reveal new surprises. For many years, people believed the Moai were simply giant stone heads. However, excavations have shown that most of them actually possess complete bodies buried beneath the ground. Some contain intricate carvings and symbols that remained hidden for centuries. These discoveries remind us that there is still much to learn about the people who created these remarkable monuments. Today, Easter Island attracts visitors from around the world. Tourists travel thousands of kilometers to stand before the giant statues and witness their mystery firsthand. Despite centuries of research, the Moai continue to inspire awe and curiosity. They serve as powerful reminders of human creativity, determination, and the extraordinary achievements of a civilization that flourished in one of the most remote places on Earth. Easter Island is more than a collection of giant stone statues. It is a story of exploration, innovation, faith, survival, and mystery. It teaches us about the incredible abilities of ancient people and the delicate balance between civilization and the environment. Even today, the silent faces of the Moai continue to watch over the island, guarding secrets that may never be fully revealed. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, nearly 1,000 stone giants still stand, silently guarding